Hello and welcome back to Learn English by Listening. I'm here to help you improve your English through interesting stories. Today's story is called The Secret Coffee Shop. Before we begin, make sure to listen carefully. I'll speak slowly and clearly. After the story, I'll ask you some questions, so pay attention. If you're new here, please subscribe and ring the bell for more English stories. Are you ready? Let's begin. Chapter 1: A Rainy Morning. Emma was walking to work on a cold, rainy Tuesday morning. She lived in London, a city famous for its rain and gray skies. Emma worked as a teacher at a primary school near her apartment. Usually, Emma took the same route to work every day. She walked down Park Street, turned left on Oxford Road, and then walked straight for 10 minutes. It was a simple and boring walk, but today was different. Today, Emma was running late. She had overslept because her alarm clock was broken. When she woke up, she looked at her phone and saw the time. 8:45 a.m. Her classes started at 9 a.m. "Oh no," Emma said to herself, "I'm going to be late." She quickly put on her clothes, grabbed her bag, and ran out of her apartment. The rain was falling heavily, and Emma didn't have time to get her umbrella. Chapter 2: A New Path. Because Emma was in a hurry, she decided to take a shortcut. Instead of going down Park Street, she turned right into a small alley she had never noticed before. The alley was narrow and quiet, very different from the busy main street. As Emma walked quickly through the alley, she smelled something wonderful. It was the smell of fresh coffee and warm pastries. Emma loved coffee, but she didn't have time to stop. She needed to get to school. But then Emma saw something strange. There was a small coffee shop in the middle of the alley. The strange thing was that Emma had lived in this neighborhood for 3 years, and she had never seen this coffee shop before. How was this possible? The coffee shop looked old but cozy. It had a red door with a small window, and there was a sign that said, "The Secret Coffee Shop, open for those who need us most." Emma stopped walking and looked at the sign again. What did it mean? Chapter 3: An Unusual Discovery. Even though Emma was late for work, she felt curious about this mysterious coffee shop. She looked at her phone. 8:50 a.m. She only had 10 minutes, but something was pulling her toward the red door. Emma pushed the door gently, and it opened with a soft bell sound. Inside, the coffee shop was warm and welcoming. There were old wooden tables, comfortable chairs, and bookshelves full of books. The smell of coffee was even stronger inside. Behind the counter, there was an elderly man with white hair and kind eyes. He was wearing a brown apron and smiled when he saw Emma. "Good morning," the man said cheerfully. "You look like you're having a difficult morning. Would you like some coffee?" Emma was surprised. "I'm sorry, but I'm running late for work. I don't have time for coffee today." The elderly man smiled wider. "Time works differently here," he said mysteriously. "Trust me, 1 cup of coffee won't make you late." Chapter 4: A Magical Experience. Emma didn't understand what the man meant, but there was something special about his voice. It made her feel calm and safe. Against her better judgment, Emma decided to stay for just 1 minute. "Okay," Emma said, "1 small coffee, please, but I really need to hurry." The elderly man nodded and began preparing the coffee. As he worked, Emma looked around the coffee shop more carefully. She noticed that there were no other customers, which was strange for a coffee shop in the morning. She also noticed that all the clocks on the walls had stopped at different times. One clock showed 3:15, another showed 7:42, and a third showed 11:30. Emma found this very curious. "Here you are," the man said, placing a beautiful white cup in front of Emma. The coffee smelled amazing, better than any coffee Emma had ever smelled before. Emma took a sip. The coffee was perfect, not too hot, not too cold, and it had a flavor she couldn't describe. It tasted like happiness and comfort at the same time. Chapter 5: The Secret Revealed. As Emma drank the coffee, she felt something magical happening. All her stress and worry about being late disappeared. She felt peaceful and relaxed, as if she had all the time in the world. "This coffee is incredible," Emma said to the elderly man. "What's your secret?" The man sat down across from Emma and smiled. "The secret isn't in the coffee," he said. "The secret is in giving people exactly what they need, exactly when they need it." "I don't understand," Emma said, confused. "You were stressed and running late," the man explained. "You needed to slow down and remember that some things are more important than being perfectly on time. Sometimes we need to stop and enjoy the small, beautiful moments in life." Emma looked at her phone to check the time, but something impossible had happened. Her phone still showed 8:50 a.m., the same time it had shown when she entered the coffee shop. How could this be? Chapter 6: A Life Lesson. "How is this possible?" Emma asked, looking at her phone in disbelief. The elderly man chuckled softly. "Like I said, Time works differently here. This coffee shop appears when people are too busy, too stressed, or too worried about time. It helps them remember what's truly important. Emma finished her coffee and felt completely different from when she had entered. She was no longer worried about being late. She felt grateful for this unexpected break in her busy morning. "How much do I owe you for the coffee?" Emma asked, reaching for her wallet. "Nothing," the man said kindly. "The only payment I need is for you to remember this feeling. When life becomes too fast and stressful, remember to slow down and appreciate the present moment." Emma stood up to leave, feeling like a different person. "Thank you," she said sincerely. "This was exactly what I needed." "You're very welcome," the man replied. "Come back any time you need to remember." Conclusion: back to reality. Emma walked toward the red door and stepped back into the alley. When she looked at her phone, it was 8:51 a.m. Only 1 minute had passed since she entered the coffee shop. This seemed impossible, but Emma didn't question it. She simply felt grateful. Emma continued walking to school, but now she walked slowly and calmly. She noticed things she had never seen before: beautiful flowers in window boxes, the sound of birds singing, and the smell of fresh rain. When Emma arrived at school, she was exactly on time. Her students were surprised to see their teacher looking so happy and relaxed on such a rainy morning. From that day forward, Emma changed her morning routine. She always left home a few minutes earlier, so she could walk slowly and enjoy her journey to work. And sometimes, when she was feeling too stressed or busy, she would walk through that small alley. But strangely, Emma never saw the secret coffee shop again. Some people might think it was all a dream, but Emma knew it was real. She carried the lesson with her every day. Sometimes the most important thing we can do is slow down and appreciate the present moment. And that's the end of our story, The Secret Coffee Shop. Now let me ask you some questions to check your understanding. Question 1. Why was Emma running late for work? Question 2. What was unusual about the coffee shop Emma found? Question 3. What lesson did Emma learn from the elderly man? Please write your answers in the comments below. I love reading your responses. Vocabulary review. Let's review some important vocabulary from today's story. Shortcut, a quicker way to get somewhere. Mysterious, strange and difficult to understand. Against her better judgment, doing something even though you think it might not be wise. Disbelief, the feeling that something cannot be true, sincerely, in a genuine and honest way. Thank you for listening to today's story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more English listening practice. What did you think about Emma's magical experience? Have you ever found a special place that made you feel peaceful? Tell me in the comments. See you in the next story. Keep practicing your English, and remember, like Emma learned, sometimes it's good to slow down and enjoy the moment. Goodbye for now.